Hello guys, my name is Milan. I'm a PHP developer from Bulgaria, and in this short video I'm going to show you how you can use multiple templates or themes in your Laravel 9 project. As I said, I'm a PHP developer, and despite that most of my work is related to legacy software that doesn't use any framework, I also have a few personal projects like this simple password manager. They are written in procedural PHP, and I've decided to convert it to Laravel 9 project. But one of the problems that I've met is because in my project I have a few different templates, few different views, and the users are able to switch between them. And I found out very early that Laravel 9 doesn't support this feature, or at least it's not very easy to handle multiple teams. Of course, there are a couple of GitHub project composer packages that can help you with that, but as you know, each package comes with its own files, and in time those files can load and grow exponentially, which may not be very good for your application. So I decided to find a way to uh, make this manually and frankly quite easy. Okay. So for the purpose of this video and to be easier for you, I have created a gist where I'm describing three ways how to handle those multiple themes and templates. So the first case has two options, and basically we have two different themes, and each theme or template has its own CSS and JS files. But those templates, they share common view files, so the only difference is the assets. This is the folder structure you must have in your projects. You can change the name of the themes, but I decided to go with the Laravel 9 light and dark default themes because it's easier, and you can see the difference later on. The second case I'm gonna look at is this one, when again you have two different themes. Each theme has its own asset files, but also each theme, each template has its own view files. So the view files are different for each template. The roles are the same. The name of the view files is the same, but the content of those view files is different for both teams. So, okay, let's start first with creating our Laravel project. Yep, it's creating. And also I'd like to mention that for the purpose of this video I have prepared two folders: default Laravel project with light theme and default pro Laravel project with dark theme. I will be using the views and the CSS files from this default projects for the purpose of this video. Okay, sorry, our project is almost ready. Okay, now let's go to our project folder. Okay, so I will be using Breeze with dev templates, or with sorry, blade templates. and I will be installing the default view, which is the light theme for Breeze. Okay, now let's install this. Okay, I want blades. I don't want dark support, and I prefer PHP unit. Okay, Breeze is installed. Now let's run this command. Because I am on Windows, I will run this one. If you're on Mac or Linux, you need to run this command. There is a small difference between operating systems. And yep, our project is ready. Let's take a look. In public build assets, here are our assets files, and in the resource folder views, we have our views. Okay, so I won't make the PHP artisan migrate yet because there is something I need to change. For the second case that I'm going to take a look at, I need the theme to be a user property, which means that the name of the theme will be stored in our database. So that's why I'm gonna make a small change to the migration file. Okay, I will open our database, and you see I have no tables inside. So, okay, the change I'm gonna make is to open the migration files, the create user table, and I'm gonna add another field, which is a string named theme, and I will make it nullable for this purpose. But remember that you must amend your code, so when the user is created, you must set a default theme in the database, because otherwise what I'm going to do will output a lot of errors and your application won't work. I'll add the theme field also here in the user model. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Okay, I close this now because I don't need it anymore. I have terminal in my PHP store, and now I can run PHP artisan migrate. Okay, let's take a look. I think some error, maybe. Okay. Oh yeah, so I forgot to edit my environmental file. So I have some dummy user and dummy password, same as the database name and the project name prepared before. Okay, now let's try again. Okay, it's ready now. Let's refresh. Users, show, and here is our column and our project. It's working. You can see we have the login, we have the forgot password. Those are installed automatically by the Breeze. Okay. Ah, let's make a user. And we are ready. As you can see, we have the light theme installed by default. Okay, now let's start step by step using this gist that I've made. Now first, in our project public folder, in the build, we make a new folder called themes, and inside I will make two folders for my templates, for the light and for the dark. And inside I will have the assets folder. I prefer to have the CSS, the GS files in the assets folder, because later on I will have to add, you also may have to add images to your team, so it's good to have them separately. From the default projects, I will get the CSS and the GS files. So this one is for the light team. To be easier and consistent, I will rename them to Team CSS and Team GS. And I will do the same for the dark. Okay, from public, build, assets, copy and rename. Now, we have our assets files and we are ready to start editing our files. First, we need to create a middleware that will switch our team. So we can run artisan make middleware switch team. I will open this middleware and copy the code from this gist. Save this file. Then we need to register the middleware in our kernel file. So if you open your kernel PHP file, you see that there are a couple of middleware, but because at some point, and now even, we're using a session, we have to register our middleware after the session is initiated. So here is the session, and here is where we should declare our middleware. And then in the authenticated session controller, I will wait at method for team switch. You can edit anywhere in any controller, but it's important to know that it must be after the user is logged in, because non-logged in users don't have the option to change the theme, and you may not have a session initiated. So it must be a controller that is run after the user is logged in. So I choose this one, you can choose another one. It's up to you, but you must remember the controller you put this method, because we will need it later when we actually we will need it here when we are adding the row where our form to switch team will be. To make it easier for this tutorial, I will put the form in my dashboard PHP template, and thus the route in web PHP that I will add is like this, and we have to import this class. So as I said, this is the class where our form is, and you're free to rename the method name, but if you change the name here, you should also change it here, and later in the form you will see where. Now, okay, so this is our form. We can put it maybe in the navbar, maybe, but the navbar, as I said, it's loaded in my case both from app and guest blade templates. Do we have for logged in users? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no. Let's stick to the dashboard. Okay, I will paste my form here. What's important is to change the themes, the name of the templates here, the value, and here. If your templates have different names, please change them here. Now, okay, let's see. We have our dashboard. Here's our drop-down menu. Okay, why not? Let's try to add the form in the navigation menu. Okay, maybe where? Yeah. Okay. Let's try here and see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Same. If I change, you can see the form is working. The value changed, but unfortunately nothing happens, or at least not visually, because as I said, I've installed Breeze with the default light theme, so those view files, those blade templates, they actually doesn't support the dark theme. To prove that what I've done works, I will go to themes. Oh yeah, sorry, one more thing I forgot. I need to open my layout files. The guest, yeah, we don't need a guest, we need only for the logged in users. And change the path to the access file. So I won't be using the default ones, I'll be using these ones. Okay, so build, themes, the theme name, assets, and theme CSS, theme GS. Those are the roles to our view. Okay, so yeah, I think we're ready. Let's open the source code for the site and reload the page. And here it is. We have themes dark, and if we switch to light and reload the source code we have light. And to make it visually, I will open the CSS file for the dark theme, this one, and I will look for this class, BG white. Here it is, and I will change the background color. Let's make it okay, 8088. Let's try with this one. I will save it. Oh, sorry, my bad. And okay, let's switch theme. I will hard refresh and yeah, our theme is working. Light, dark. If we go to our profile, it's the same. We can change light, dark. Well, you can see it's working. So everything good now. Okay, I will keep this and this one also. And in the navigation, the dashboard, I will remove the form from the dashboard. I will remove the role. I will remove the theme switcher. Okay, I will unregister my middleware, and also I will delete my middleware for the second purpose of this video. So okay, so the second option is the same. We have our form. I'm not sure if the code was said the code is the same, but we'll see later. Okay, we have our form. We need to change these lines here for the sets files, and I will keep this one because I will need it to be able to see that everything works. Okay, so the second option is pretty much easier than the first one because we're not using middleware, we're using purely a session. So we need to open our app service provider, and set our session here. Basically, we're saying that the app theme, this is the default theme. So if the user is not logged in, they will use this theme. And then using the form, they can change the theme to their preferences. So this is the code for the theme. Yeah, I think is the same. Let's see. Yeah, the form code is the same. And again, we must have our theme switcher. But this time, yeah, it's on the same place. It's on the authenticated session controller. So yeah, I should have kept that. Yeah, but I think there is a small difference between the theme switcher. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it pretty much does the same. And as I said in the controller, we have yeah, even the route is the same. Okay, so in this second example, actually, we are not using a middleware. That's the difference. We are not using middleware, but instead we are declaring our variable in the app service provider. Okay, so yeah, import this class, and again, yep, maybe yeah. Let's see what. Yeah, this line must be different because this time we are not using a config app while we are using the session app theme. So that's the other change. We need to change this this one, okay, and also in the form we need to change this one and this one. Yeah, those are required to out for the default theme first. Yeah, okay. Now let's check again. Dark, light. Okay, let's refresh cache again. Yeah, light, dark, light, dark. Well, you can see it's not complicated. It's quite easy to make this change. And now let's get to our case number 2. So, okay, I will remove the theme, switch the form from here because we will be using another approach. Remove the switch, then remove also the routes and revert back the service provider. Okay, so here I will also revert this one back, and I will also revert the dark CSS file to its original state. Okay, so we're ready to start with the second scenario when where we have different view files for each our template. To do this, first I need to set a default theme for my user. This is my user. I will change the value to light. This will be the default theme for my user. Okay, now let's just check. Yeah, we're clear and everything works. Okay, so let's start with the change theme function. This time, oh no, sorry, we must do a couple more things before that. So first, let's go to our resources, views, and delete everything inside. Okay, yeah, I clicked something. Okay, resource views. Yeah, it's empty. And let's make 2 folders for my light and for my dark theme. And now I will copy the view files from these default projects that I have. So I will take the light, okay. And now the same for the dark resources, views, and copy those view file, those templates. Okay, yeah, now we are ready. First, let's put our theme switcher in profile controller. So let's open the profile controller, and you see here that the theme this time is a user property. And for now, we are not using session at this point. Now again, we will need middleware. Just I'm using a different name, but it's almost the same. Okay, set theme, and I'll copy this code and overwrite everything inside. Okay, so actually what this middleware does is it takes, if the user is authenticated, it takes the theme and changes the view's location to the proper theme. So we have okay, we have resources, we have views, and we're just adding additional option here. So this is if when the user is authenticated, we will redirect and use the views from the theme set in the user profile, and if not, we're using, this is actually our default theme. So next, again, we need to register our middleware, and this time we can make it here. We are not using session, so it's not a problem to set our middleware declaration here. Now, as you can see, we can use this in roles or this in controllers. It before the return view, it depends what are going to do. So, for example, if I want to have this controller, if I want to use my middleware here, all I have to do is take this code and copy it here and import the class, of course. That's all, but I don't need it here. I will need it on another place. Actually, I may need it here in the view web, but yeah. And now let's add our role. So because only authenticated users will be able to change their theme, and I have this section here, I will add my road here. As you can see, this time we're using the profile controller. This is the name of the method that switches themes, and it's the same here. Profile change theme. Profile controller change theme. So if we change this name, we must change it here and here also. Okay, and this is our form to change the theme. But this time I will make something different than before. You see, in our views we have general edit blade PHP templates and some partials. So I will create a new partial named change theme blade PHP. So this is for the dark theme, and I will do the same for the light theme. I will open the edit blade and I will create a new partial. Remember, the name of the views must be exactly the same in all themes. Um, I mean the general view names because we are using same roles for each template. Of course, you can amend the code to switch the role based on the template you're using, but to make it easier, it's good to keep it this way. Okay. So this is the form to change our theme, but because I'm using I'm using a partial, I will need this code here and here. And again, those are the names of my themes: dark light, dark light, dark light. And then in our general edit template, I will include the form right here and here. And now, because as you can see, this is for the dark theme, I will change the div because I don't want dark background on my light theme. Yeah, and we need to change this because I name it change theme. I need to change this. I need to change the partial name because I named it otherwise this time. Actually, this part is the name of this partial. Change theme. Okay, let's see. Did I miss something? Yeah. And the last thing is to change our view files. Now, now I will open the layouts. Yeah, I need the layouts. First, the layout for the light theme. Actually, the dark theme. Okay, dark, and I think I must change a few things here. Yeah, it's I need to add the assets folder. I need to add the assets folder, and also I need build. Yeah, okay. Build. Okay, so let's copy this. As you can see, I'm completely ignoring the default CSS files made by the Blade template because I don't need them. Well, at this point, as you can see, we are setting that using a session, we are setting the theme to light, but if the user is authenticated, we are taking its name. Okay, okay. I think maybe we're ready, except I think we must change a few things here. Okay, so let's open yeah, let's copy this and try it. Yeah. Okay, it's working. As you can see, for our guest, everything is working, and we have no problems with our project. And let's try with someone that's already registered. Wow, Houston, we have a problem. Yep. Well, we don't have our team here. So let's change this. As I said, we need to register to add our middleware to the group. So I will take this code and add it to the welcome and import the class. Now, because we already have a middleware here, I will only add this one. I will not copy the full code. I need only this part, and I need to do the same here. It's an array. Okay, we've added our middleware. Let's see. Yep, not working for some reason. I think I'm missing something, but I'll take the source code in a minute. Okay, so it's it's not taking the theme. Yeah, okay. I think I'm missing something here, maybe. Yeah, it's my update. Oh, why not you work? Okay, let's check the things again in our provider. Oh yeah, I forgot the provider. Sorry, for some reason. I think I made this change, but no, actually I don't need it. I don't need the provider. Let's see, we have the change theme, we have the set theme, use theme, okay. We have the set theme middleware. We also have it here. And okay, let's try to change the theme. Okay, profile partials, change theme not found. Yep. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Okay, it's actually there. Okay, let's make a few changes first. Yeah, let's rename our form. Let's stick to the guest rename. Okay, I'll refactor this one, and we'll do the same for this one. And then I need this update info. For some reason it's not taking those. Okay. Yeah, it's still not working, but yeah, okay. It's I think the problem was the session from my previous attempts. Okay, so now everything works, and we have our set. So let's change to dark, and here we go. We have a dark layout. Light, dark. Yeah. Okay, so the reason nothing was working few minutes ago was because the session was not cleared from my previous tries, from what I've shown you the previous time. So yeah, it actually works now. So we have a dark theme here, and if I log out, we have the default theme, which is the white theme. Yeah, here it is, white theme. Yeah, and register. And let's log in again. And as you can see, we have the dark theme. It's still here because it's set in the database. Well, that's it. And thank you for watching. I hope this video will be useful to you. In the description you can find a link to this Git file, so you can use it for your projects.